The 2016 U.S. presidential elections are still more than a year away. However, the race for the most powerful office in the United States is already heating up. Since incumbent President Barack Obama is not eligible to stand for a third term, many notable politicians have declared their bids for presidency in order to seize the opportunity. With Republican Governor of Wisconsin, Scott Walker, joining the crowd on July 13th, all major names who are expected to run have declared their bids, and the shape of the battle becomes more clear. The race in the Democratic Party is much more subtle with respect to the Republicans. Only 5 notable figures have come forward from the party that currently holds the White House. Hillary Clinton is the frontrunner name in the pack, being the most likely to win the Democratic nomination according to polls and experts. Clinton has a strong background as she served as Secretary of State for the Obama administration for 4 years. Prior to that, she was a New York Senator. She was also the First Lady of the United States for 8 years when her husband, Bill Clinton, served as president from 1993 to 2001. With her name recognition and strong support from donors, there is a strong possibility she could become the first female president of the United States. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders seems to be Hillary Clinton's leading rival for the Democratic nomination, although in most polls he is far behind her by a large margin. Former governors Lincoln Chafee and Martin O'Malley, as well as former Senator Jim Webb, complete the field of Democratic candidates, but these 3 are all unlikely to win the nomination. The field is very crowded for Republican hopefuls. There are already 15 notable names in the race for the party's nomination. However, the victor appears likely to be one of 4 candidates. One of these is former Florida Governor Jeb Bush. Brother of a former president and son of another, Jeb Bush comes from one of the most powerful political families in the U.S. However, Jeb's family name and the legacy that comes from is just as likely to be an obstacle for him as a benefit. Another likely candidate to win the nomination is Florida Senator Marco Rubio, who stands out with his young and charismatic posture and claims to represent the next generation in politics. With his Cuban ancestry and conciliatory views on immigration, Rubio is a good choice for attracting Latino voters who the Republicans desperately need to win the presidency. Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker is the latest candidate to enter the race in the Republican Party, but he is also one of the strongest. He previously won 3 elections in 4 years in a Democratic-leaning state. He took a multi-billion-dollar budget deficit and turned it into a surplus in 3 years. Walker fought against labor unions and cut taxes in Wisconsin significantly, making him one of the favorites of big business donors. Walker consistently polls at the top of the pack and appeals to the socially conservative base of the Republican Party. Kentucky Senator Rand Paul, who has the best national polling numbers against Clinton, is another strong candidate with a distinct libertarian base. However, he has a difficult job in winning the Republican nomination due to his criticism of the party's policies, making him a target of mainstream Republicans.